Okay, you can see the screen?
Yeah. You make full screen?
I'll make full screen. Is it okay?
No.
I'm sharing full screen.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, bro. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Sarasatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudirate. Before reciting this Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead Narayan, unto Nara Narayan Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author. Shrivantam Svakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Vidyantastu Hibadrani Vidunoti Sukirsatam. Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who is the Paramatma, the super soul in everyone's heart, and the benefactor of truthful devotees, cleanses desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee who has developed the urge to hear his messages, which are themselves purchased when properly heard and chanted. Nasapraye sabhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama bhaktir bhavati nashtiki. By regular attendance in classes on the Bhagavatam and by rendering of service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the personality of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact. Reading of Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th Canto, Chapter 8, Lord Krishna shows the universal form within his mouth. Today we're going to cover text 41. Ato yatalva navitalva gocharam cheto mana karma vachobir anjasa yat ashrayam jena yata pratiyate sudur vibhavyam pranatasmi tat padam. Synonyms: Ato, therefore, she decided to surrender unto the Supreme Lord. Yatavat, as perfectly as one can perceive. Na, not. Vitarka Gocharam, beyond all arguments, reason, and sense perception. Cheta, by consciousness. Mana, by mind. Karma, by activities. Vachavi, or by words. Anjasa, taking all of them together. We cannot understand them. Yat Asrayam, under whose control. Yena, by whom. Yata, from whom. Pratiyate, can be conceived only that from him everything emanates. Sudurvibhayam, beyond our sense perception or consciousness. Pranata asmi, let me surrender. Tat padam, at his lotus feet. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Prabhupada ki jai. Therefore, let me surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and offer my obeisance unto Him, who is beyond the conception of human speculation, the mind, activities, words, and arguments, who is the original cause of this cosmic manifestation, by whom the entire cosmos is maintained, and by whom we can conceive of its existence. Let me simply offer my obeisances, for he is beyond my contemplation, speculation, and meditation. He is beyond all of material activities. corpora. One simply has to realize the greatness of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One should not try to understand him by any material means, subtle or gross. Mother Yashoda, being a simple woman, could not find out the real cause of the vision. Therefore, out of material affection, she simply offered obeisance unto the Supreme Lord to protect her child. She could do nothing but offer obeisances to the Lord. It is said, Achintya kalu ye bhavana tams karkina jayate. Mahabharata Vishma Parva 522. One should not try to understand the supreme cause by argument or reasoning. When we are vexed by some problem for which we can find no reason, there is no alternative than to surrender to the Supreme Lord and offer Him our respectful obeisances. Then our position will be secure. This was the means adopted in this instance also by Mother Yasoda. Whatever happens, the original cause is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sarva Karna Karanam. When the immediate cause cannot be ascertained, let us simply offer our obeisances at the lotus feet of the Lord. Mother Yashoda concluded that the wonderful things she saw within the mouth of her child were due to him, although she could not clearly ascertain the cause. Therefore, when a devotee cannot ascertain the cause of suffering, he concludes, Tate anukampam sumikshamano Bunjanam evatma kritman vipakam kridva vapubhir vidanam namastem jivata yom mukti padesha daya bhak. Bhagavatam 10:14-8. The devotee accepts that it is due to his own past misdeeds that the Supreme Personality of Godhead has caused him some small amount of suffering. Thus, he offers obeisances to the Lord again and again. Such a devotee is called Muktipade Sadhaya Bhakt. That is, he is guaranteed his liberation from this material world, as stated in Bhagavad Gita 2:14. Matus parsas tu konteya, sitoshna shuka dukada. Agama payino nityas, tam stitikshasvam bharata. One should know that material suffering due to the material body will come and go. Therefore, we must tolerate the suffering and proceed with discharging our duty as ordained by our spiritual master. Mama Gyanati Mirandasya Gyanandira Shalakya Chakshiramitam Janatas My Sri Guru Vinama. Hare Krishna, happy Sri Balram Jayanti. So, we've been reading this wonderful Lila, this beautiful pastime of the Lord, just to refresh a little bit. One day where Krishna was playing with his friends, including his elder brother, Dau Balram, they went to Mother Yasoda and complained that Krishna had eaten earth. And the concern for his well-being, like all mothers, we come to know that our little ones have gone into trouble and rush. So Mother Yasoda also immediately went to Krishna and asked him, have you been eating earth? And like other mischief, Krishna denied. And he even asked her to look into his mouth. You don't believe me? Just watch. When he opens his mouth, Mother Yasoda saw something in disbelief. She saw the entire cosmic manifestation, all the elements, the living and non-living beings, the universes, even herself in Vrindavan. So she was overwhelmed and confused. She wondered whether that was an illusion, a dream, or a a mystic power of her child. Would this be a work of the demigods? But why? She considered herself to be an insignificant woman with no connection to the demigod. Little that she knew that she is such an exalted devotee, such an exalted personality, and the relationship that she has with Krishna is like no other. As a matter of fact, the benediction that Krishna bestows upon her, nobody else has it. As Srila Prabhupada explains in Damodar Lila, not even Lakshmi Devi has such a relationship with Krishna. And in today's verse, she beautifully expresses, therefore let me surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead and offer my obeisance unto him, who is beyond the conception of human speculation, the mind, activities, words, and arguments, who is the original cause of this cosmic manifestation, by whom the entire cosmos is maintained, and by whom we can conceive of its existence. Let me simply offer my obeisances, for he is beyond my contemplation, speculation, and meditation. He is beyond all material activity. And Srila Prabhupada's purpose is quite deep. It says one has to realize the greatness of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One should not try to understand him by any material means, subtle or gross. So we cannot fully understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, by using our material senses or by mental speculation, both gross, the physical senses, and the subtle, the mind, intelligence, false ego. They are limited and cannot grasp the unlimited. When we talk about gross, means seeing with the eyes, but hearing about him with skepticism, or try to measure his form and activities with scientific instruments. And the subtle is when we're trying to mentally speculate or analyze about his nature without spiritual surrender and devotion. Srila Prabhupada said that religion without philosophy is sentiment, or sometimes fanaticism, while philosophy without religion is mental speculation. So we need to be careful and must understand that the Lord is transcendental, is beyond uh, this material nature. He is not a product of matter. He is not subjected to his limits, to its limitations. He is the creator. He is the Purusha. So trying to fit him into our limited material framework will never succeed. Can we contain the ocean in a small cup? No. If we cannot understand the things that are below us, so sometimes at our level, how are we to understand those things that are way, way above us? But there's a method, and that process is bhakti yoga. So when we serve the Lord with love and sincerity, the Lord reveals himself from within the heart. And Krishna confirms this in Bhagavad Gita 18:55. Bhakti mam avijanati. Only by devotional service one understands me as I am. So the path is not intellectual speculation, but humble devotional service, guided by Guru, Shastra, and Sadhu, the spiritual master, scriptures, and saintly devotees. And we see a wonderful example here with Mother Yasoda. She's saying, let me surrender unto the personality of Godhead and offer my obeisance unto him. Let me simply offer my obeisances, for he is beyond my contemplation, speculation, and meditation. So she is not trying to analyze Krishna like a scientist, you know, studies an object, but instead her approach is with faith, is with humility, is with love. Mother Yasoda's attitude and words are full of humility. There is no pride. So she could have thought, um, oh, my child has mystical powers and I'm his mother. No, she's telling him, uh, she's telling, you are the master, not me. You are the very source of all creation. She's praying to the Lord. So, what are the key words that we can take from here? Humility, love, surrender. And how can we surrender if we are not humble? And how can we try to be humble if we don't love? How can we love if we don't respect? So if we go back to Prinada Pisunichana Tarora Pisa Kishnana Mani Namanatena Kirtanya Sadahari. The Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has very nicely given us the instructions in a systematic way in his Shishakshtakam. I will not be able to cover this today, but I invite you to reflect on these instructions and think, am I ready to surrender? Have I understood and even able to embrace the first three verses? Because in order to move on to the fourth one, we need to have mastered the first three. Otherwise, we won't be able to surrender. And he reveals himself only to those who sincerely surrender with a humble heart. And we're going to see about this more when we during Kartik, when we remember this beautiful Damodar Lila. And well, today is a very special day. It is Triple Ram Jayanti, the appearance day of Lord Balram, the elder brother of Krishna. And so what better day to honor Adi Guru than actually selecting some words from our founder Acharya, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. So rather than putting my own words, I thought I will just read a little bit from Krishna book. So we all know the story behind the advent of Lord Krishna and how Kamsa arrested Mother Devaki and Vasudeva because he feared of his imminent death at the hands of Devaki's son. So I quote, When Kamsa was killing the 6 babies of Devaki and Vasudeva, one after another, many friends and relatives of Kamsa approached him and requested him to discontinue these heinous activities. But all of them became worshippers of Kamsa. When Devaki became pregnant for the 7th time, a plenary expansion of Krishna known as Ananta appeared within her womb. Devaki was overwhelmed with both jubilation and lamentation. She was joyful, for she could understand that Lord Vishnu had taken shelter within her womb, but at the same time, she was so worried that as soon as her child would come out, Kamsa would kill him. At that time, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, being compassionate upon the Yadus who were fearful due to the atrocities committed by Krishna, ordered the appearance of Yogamaya, his internal potency. Krishna is the Lord of the universe, but he is especially the Lord of the Yadu dynasty. Yogamaya is the principal potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the Vedas, it is stated that the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, has multipotencies. Parasha Shaktir Vidivaiva Shrutyate. All the different potencies are acting externally and internally. And Yogamaya is the chief of all potencies. The Lord ordered the appearance of Yogamaya in the land of Vrajabhumi in Vrindavan, which is always decorated and full with beautiful cows. In Vrindavana, Rohini, one of the wives of Vasudeva, was residing at the house of King Nanda and Queen Yashoda. Not only Rohini, but many others in the Yadu dynasty were scattered all over the country due to their fear of the atrocities of Kamsa. Some of them were even living in the caves of the mountain. The Lord thus informed Yogamaya, under the imprisonment of Kamsa and Devaki and Vasudeva, and at the present moment my plenary expansion Shesha is within the womb of Devaki. You can arrange the transfer of Shesha from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rahini. After this arrangement, I am personally going to appear in the womb of Devaki with my full potencies. Then I shall appear as the son of Devaki and Vasudeva, and you shall appear as the daughter of Nanda and Yasoda and Vrindavan. The Lord also declared to Yogamaya, my plenary expansion, Ananta Shesha, is within the womb of Devaki. On account of being forcibly attracted to the womb of Rohini, he will be known as Sankarsana, and will be the source of all spiritual power, or bala, by which one can attain the highest bliss of life, which is called Ramana. Therefore, the plenary portion, Ananta, will be known after his appearance as either Sankarshan or as Balrama. In the Upanishads, it is stated, Nayam Atma Balahine na Lavaya. The purport is that one cannot attain the supreme platform of self-realization without being sufficiently favored by Balram. Bala does not mean physical strength. No one can attain spiritual perfection by physical strength. One must have the spiritual strength which is infused by Balram or Sankarshan. Ananta, or Shesha, is the source of the power which sustains all the planets in the different positions. Materially, this sustaining power is known as the law of gravitation. But actually, it is a display of the potency of Sankarsana. Balram, or Sankarsana, is the source of spiritual power, or the original spiritual master. Therefore, Lord Nityananda Prabhu, who is also the incarnation of Balram, is the original spiritual master. And all the spiritual master is the representative of Balram, the form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who supplies spiritual strength. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is confirmed that the spiritual master is the manifestation of the mercy of Krishna. So, Lord Balram is Adi Guru, the original spiritual master, and spiritual advancement is impossible without receiving his benediction, his spiritual strength. His mercy flows through the bona fide Guru. Balram manifests in various forms, including Ananta Shesta, who supports all the universe, and Lord Nityananda, who spreads Krishna Bhakti in the age of Kali. His complexion is white, like a spring cloud, and he carries a plow and club, symbolizing his role as the protector of Dharma and cultivator of devotion. So the appearance of Lord Balram is celebrated with great joy and devotion as he prepares the way for Krishna's divine descent and guides the souls towards the path of pure bhakti. And I'll stop here because I do not want to take from our wonderful youth group. They have prepared something very special today. So please join us at 5 o'clock. RT is going to be at 6:30, followed by class, also by the youth group. Pinata, Pracharam, wonderful festivals in Krishna, Krishna consciousness. So again, please join us today, 5 o'clock. And let's take a moment to request Adi Guru, to request Dharmadram to please guide us and bestow his mercy so that we can continue our path and Krishna consciousness, that we may be able to connect, reconnect with Krishna and realize our real identity and position. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Also, if you haven't placed your orders for Radharani's kitchen, you can do so by 8 o'clock tonight. Thank you so much. Vanchakalpatarupyascha kripa sindhu vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. I offer my respectful obeisances unto all the devotees, Vaishnava devotees of the Lord. They are just like the Sara trees who can fulfill the desires of everyone, and they are full of compassion for the fallen condition. Hare Krishna. Thank you for the opportunity of being on service.